Joining us now, the CEO of the Seneca Waterways Council of the Boy Scouts of America, Stephen Hoitt. And every time you come in, I often ask about the Eagle Scouts. And I know
Absolutely.
we're talking about getting kids in on the lowest level in terms of age, but right now they could potentially graduate to Eagle Scouts. And I'm so impressed by the program here because statistically, there's so many here.
Absolutely. So, and we talk about it, we produce more Eagle Scouts than any other markets in New York. So, New York City is 5 times our size, and we produce more Eagle Scouts than New York or Buffalo.
It's incredible.
And so we're pretty fortunate, and we get about somewhere between 225 and 280 kids a year. We'll make the Eagle Scout rank, and we're on pace this year to be ahead of that, so that's kind of exciting.
That really is exciting. Congratulations, by the way, for a program that's able to achieve that. It often starts with the little kids, doesn't
Absolutely.
it?
Cub Scouting is the first entry point into scouting. It's for boys, grades 1 through 5.
Okay.
And so September is our biggest month of the year where kids are signing on to join Scouts. And this week, all through next week, is really the peak of almost all the sign-up nights start to happen. Families can join Scouting at any time, but most join in September, so we like to get the word out.
Families are sort of getting back to school, getting back into that routine, wondering, do I have time to add, to my week? I really need to add to my week in terms of getting my child out to do something. What is the time commitment? Do they meet once a week?
Yeah, so it'll vary from group to group,
okay,
but once a week would be the most that any group would usually meet.
Right.
Every other week throughout the school year. And there's groups all over the place. So we have 480 different scout groups in the council. So I tell families there's probably a group at your school, there might be a group at your church, a community center you belong to. So your opportunity to look around and see if there's a group that fits your time schedule, because families do a lot of different activities.
Ah, yeah, it's going to be fun, but it has to fit into the schedule.
Yeah, I need a Monday night group or a Tuesday night group. And through our website, we do scoutsrock.org is our website. You can go to the website and you can find out where groups are in your neighborhood and contact the leaders and figure out which nights they work.
That was going to be my next question. Scouts Rock?
Scouts Rock, R-O-C.
Okay.
Scoutsrock.org. You can go to the website and there you'll find all that information.
Some people, they start right at first grade. If someone's in 4th grade, they can still enter at that point, right?
Absolutely. You can come in at any point in time in Scouting, and then as well as Boy Scouting. So my son's Cub Scout Pack just did their sign-up night on Monday night. They have another one coming up next week, and we end up with 4 new 5th graders coming in. So with that, kids can come in at any point in time, and they don't have to come in fall either. We'll have kids join all school year, so as soon as they get done with fall sports or winter sports, and that's all fine too.
Okay, the things that they'll be doing, we know, of course, there's the Christmas tree sales, the popcorn sales, which I love.
Absolutely. So obviously they do some fundraisers, and some groups do a fundraiser so kids kind of earn their way, so they become very inexpensive. But with that, they do for the kids a lot of fun activities. So they'll do camping and crafts and skills and sports. But for kids, kind of the highlight of the year for Cub Scouting, they do Pinewood Derby car races.
Ah, yes.
They make wooden cars, they race them. But a lot of the values and stuff we do in Scouting is about teaching kids about their community, about getting involved. So they'll learn about family, citizenship, life skills. A lot of those things are sort of snuck in. So from a kid's perspective, it's all about fun. It's the archery and the crafts, the games and the sports. But from the parents' perspective, it's all about life skills and values we're teaching your kids as they come through the program.
A lot of the people who might be parents now in their 20s, 30s, 40s, has Scouting changed since maybe they were in, or is it still a lot of the same mentality?
Well, the ages and stuff have changed. So since I was a boy, now we've added 1st grade enrollment. So that came in the 80s. And the programs have gone through kind of tweaks along the way. So this fall, actually, we launch a whole new Cub Scouting program, which is a lot simpler advancement plan and a lot more field trips and activities that rolls out nationwide. It's not just for us.
Oh.
So that'll be kind of exciting. So if it's a parent who comes in and says, this is a little bit different than what I'm used to, because we rolled out a whole new book and for that. And Boy Scouting over the years has gone through some tweaks as well. But a lot of the standards like Eagle Scout and things we talk about, they haven't changed. So though there'll be minor tweaks, the core parts of the program remain unchanged.
I know for some there is some economic help if they need it, but overall, if you were to budget for a Boy Scout program, what would it be, you think?
So registration is about $24 a year to be in the program. After that, and even there's financial assistance for families who can't afford. Depending on the group, my son's Boy Scout troop, they charge virtually nothing. They don't charge for registration, and they'll pay for summer camp fees and $5 for weekend campouts.
Okay.
But that's about it. And they fundraise the rest of the way, because one of the values we try to teach is for kids to earn their way. So they do Christmas wreaths and popcorn and stuff along the way as well.
All right, popcorn, come to my house. Knock on my, I will buy. I love that popcorn. Real quickly, one more time, the website?
It's scoutsrock.org.
Scoutsrock.org. Well, congrats. Thanks for coming on and building another successful program.
Thank you for having me.
Coming up, you don't have to go to Broadway to see a great show. Find out what's in store for the Rochester Broadway Theater League's new season, including one I'm really excited about.